The famous African Christian Augustine, sometimes called Saint Augustine, but we don't need the saint part because all Christians are saints. The famous African Christian Augustine wrote a famous book called Confessions, way back in the 4th, 5th century. In it, he wrote about a time when, as a young man, he and his friends stole a huge load of pears from a neighbor's pear tree. He wrote that he did it not because he was hungry. They hardly ate any of the pears. They threw most of them to the pigs. He did it, and his friends did it, because it was forbidden. It was forbidden fruit. Augustine said, I have plenty of pears of my own at home. I didn't need them, but he wrote this, I picked them simply to become a thief. The desire to steal, he said, was awakened by the prohibition of stealing. The desire to steal was awakened by the prohibition of stealing. In other words, he did it simply because it was wrong. Because it broke the law. Because it was forbidden. He got a kick out of stealing. He got a buzz. Been there? Done that? Or something like that? Well, I think we all have. I remember as a young man driving far too fast sometimes. My dad's Ford something. What was it? Ford Granada. I don't even remember those. A lovely golden one. But it wasn't only for the thrill of speed, I think, that I drove far too fast with my friends in the back, but also for the buzz of doing something wrong, doing something I know I shouldn't be doing. It's very stupid and very dangerous. But such is human nature. Give us a law and we'll see it as a challenge to break it. Don't step on the grass. Makes you want to step on the grass. Wet paint, do not touch. What do you want to do? You want to touch the paint and do the forbidden thing. We can all find this in ourselves, can't we? In our lives. And we see it clearly in the text this morning. Here Paul is again answering questions that he feels he needs to answer. He feels that as he is explaining things, that questions will come up in his readers' minds and he needs to answer them. And so there are two questions in our text today from 7 to 13 of Romans 7 about the law. Is the law sin or is the law sinful? Some versions it just says, is the law sin, verse 7. And verse 13 essentially, is the law death?